and hot.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with the Dog. You make me laugh.
I don't know. Well, that's the show for you today. Thanks for coming, folks. We have a very loud band. I hope the band isn't that loud tonight. That's what I hope. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, you halftime me, huh? I get it. Oh, good morning, folks. It is Friday, February 9, 2024. Hope you're having a great morning. My morning is just like, I don't know, it's a clusterfuck of clusterfuckness here today, and I'm expecting that to continue. I have a gig, gigatitis. I have a case of gigatitis. That means inflamed gigs this weekend. I'll be working my butt off. A couple of corporate things. I have an acoustic thing with Mikey tonight. I got some facility type shows. I'm all over the place. And my wife has people coming, and they showed up early to do some work on the basement. And I'm not nice to these people at all. And, you wouldn't expect me to be nice to these people at all. But on a Friday when I'm trying to get ready for a show and they're knocking at the door way earlier than they're supposed to be here, I'm double not nice. So there's that. I'm like Joe Biden to Peter Ducey. What do you mean? My memory's so bad I let you talk. That's how I am. Anyway, we're going to make the best of it today. We're going to learn about tattoos. We're going to learn about a band called Robots Rising. We're going to learn about South Dakota and why we should care about South Dakota other than there's a mountain there with faces on it or something. And that kind of stuff. GD is probably going to do critical joke theory. And that. Yesterday was my friend Robert Klein's birthday. And I remembered there were some clips about him talking about getting older in the interview I did with him. And so I found a couple of those and posted them. Interestingly enough, YouTube, did Jordan Peterson just get out of here? So Jordan's trying to break in the studio. Interesting enough, YouTube tells me not to publish stuff at a certain time, and I'm not good with authority or taking instruction like that, so I ignore them. But then they punish me. They say, "Okay, you're going to do that. We're going to give you 3 views on this fucking thing. Listen to us. Publish this at 10 p.m." So after they beat me down like that, I went back and I published another one at 10 p.m. and they immediately gave me like 3,000 views within 5 minutes. From now on, I will be listening to YouTube's advice. When they tell me, don't publish now, publish later. And I don't know if you even notice this. If you're on YouTube and you're publishing something, there are tools in there and there are little notes that come up while you're publishing. Most people don't pay attention to them. I haven't paid attention to them, which is why you see some videos at 300 views and some videos have 30,000 views. You got to listen to what they tell you to do. They want to help, believe it or not. YouTube wants to help, unlike Rumble, who doesn't want to help. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with Rumble. The numbers keep going up as far as subscribers and viewers, but we never get a whole lot of comments from them. Every once in a while, I'll get 1 or 2 comments. They don't come in the chat room here. They come by email because they're not hooked in directly. And part of the StreamYard needs to get this shit together and incorporate Rumble as a platform that you can just plug in. And so we can see their chat room and all that stuff. But the other part of it is every single day before the show, I have to go on and set up a separate stream on Rumble and put in all the information and thumbnails and all that stuff. It's extra work. And sometimes they could be bogged down with other people doing their streams for the day. And it just, it's a madhouse. It's a madhouse, I tell you. Anyway, it's Friday. Let's get ready for the weekend. Let's have some fun tonight and this weekend and forget about it because the winter is on its way out. Now, I did get some video from Willie last night. I'm going to play this actually before we even get in to kind of set up today's show. I'm going to play it now, and then I'll bring the gentleman in. And we're going to learn about Black Flag Studios, where Willie had his neck. He had a swastika done on his neck. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know. He was speaking in German now. Very weird stuff going on with Willie. I'm just trying to present. Let me present. Allow me to present. Can I present? Can I do it this way? Oh, you are so slow, StreamYard. I hate you. I really, 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 really hate you. Here it is. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me while I do this.
William Conway here outside of Black Flag Studios. Very excited about today. Get to have a neck tattoo done. That's right. We're celebrating the fact that I am a 5%er. That's right. In case you didn't know, in
that's 2007, like 1%ers.
The South Dakota DOC told this guy that I was 95% to go back to prison. But this, my friends, this is year number 7 of freedom. And we're going to celebrate today with Black Flag Studios. Sam's going to be hooking us up with the tattoo. And it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of footage for you folks throughout the day. We're recording the entire session. And yeah, you should definitely check it out. Hi, honey.
Hey.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a great time. We're getting set up at Black Flag. Sam, say hi to Sam.
Buddy. Hi.
Yeah.
Who was that masked man?
Surprise, surprise! I'm not properly groomed.
That's right. It's alright. It's the best part of the job, right?
Shaving other men.
Shaving another man.
Yeah. That's why you joined up, right?
Yeah, dude. It's what they don't teach you at tattoo school. Cool. Want to check it out, man?
There's the stencil.
Looks like it says 59.
I just want you to know. I'm gonna bone you real hard tonight, man.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, really. Come on.
Talking to me?
Oh, that'll be the last Wednesday.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, I would just jam it right into his Adam's apple. And that would be fun. Everybody would have a good laugh. For the people on the radio side, I apologize for this. We don't have any colored commentary. Maybe we'll get to that later. Maybe we'll re-describe it later. But what we're seeing is Willie laying there, and he's saying something in German.
Seeing where we're at so far. Is there another?
Oh, yeah?
We got most of the
Looks
way
very
there.
painful.
We got the color we're going to do on the 5%. Super excited. Just had a cigarette, so a little bit nipply. Sam offered me some pasties. He said they got pasties if I need them.
Yeah, you can cut glass with those bad boys.
Yeah, they're pretty big. They're pretty big. I'm ready, Sam.
All right, bud.
Take me.
Oh my god.
Wait, no, is that not? That's too far.
That's not. Hi. Yeah, now he got me.
Isn't she pretty? Very exciting.
This has not been nominated for an award for the Academy, by the way. There's the final look right now. It doesn't really, I don't know, look like a swastika. I thought it would look a little more like a swastika, but that's as good as it gets, I guess. Anyway, that is the work that we'll probably be talking about a lot today. And it's Willie's neck tattoo. So let's talk to Willie. Whoa, wait, that's the wrong thing. That's not G.D. Fenderson. That's, I don't know who that is. Carl Weathers. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning.
How is the Carl Weathers?
Not well right
Carl
now.
Weathers is
He's dead.
He's dead, but has
The
there
only
is
thing,
no tomorrow.
the only thing sadder than an empty coffee cup is in the morning is realizing that you didn't buy a Valentine's Day gift. Shop minddogtv.com for all your Valentine's Day needs. And stay out of the doghouse.
Stay out of the dog. But don't you want people to come to the doghouse open mic on Tuesdays?
Different doghouse. It's a different doghouse in a different place.
I mean, it's just a mixed message that you're sending, GD.
It is.
I realize.
You know that.
You know,
consistency is key.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that. Ron is probably going to fire me now as soon as February's over because he can't fire me now.
I think Ron is on Valentine's Day. Hold on, let me check.
I'm pretty sure I saw him on the. Yeah,
no, not
next week,
not Valentine's Day. The day before. Okay.
Oh, the
13th. He can't fire me now because this is February. I'm the only black host he has for February. So when March comes, why is skin color even a consideration in that? Because it's black humor. I'm talking about black humor.
Come on, man. Get with the times, Matt.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about Valentine's Day.
No, I'm getting new pots. Be ahead. All right. Anyway,
hey, my memory's good enough that I let you talk, or bad enough that I let you talk.
Oh my God! So, are you talking about the Biden thing?
I don't remember.
Oh, oh my God! Yeah.
Listen, both sides are acting like their guy doesn't have dementia. Both guys have dementia, and it's just natural when you get 80. Unless you're taking My Vital C.
Yeah. Do you know that they have like dementia communities where like it's basically like a whole town that, because one of the things about dementia is you wander around or whatever, right? And so there's like whole small communities that are like an old folks home. There's caregivers that like work there and make sure that people
look at this fucking stupid comment. This is a fucking stupid comment. Trump is still sharp. He mixes up Nikki Haley with Nancy Pelosi. He mixes up his second wife with the woman he raped. Sharp? No, not even close.
Well, that's probably because he also raped his second wife at first. You know what I mean?
No, he raped the first wife.
Marry a man,
money
will make you do weird things.
He raped the first wife over his hair plugs and banged her head against the wall.
Yeah. Before she dropped charges.
Yeah, come on. Trump is still sharp. Give me a fucking break, man.
The funny thing is,
I do want to say, Sam let me know that they're going to be about 5 minutes behind. They'll be here at about 8:20 or 9:20 your time.
So that's the time zone difference.
Yeah.
When I was watching the Biden thing, I looked at it as like a bad improv moment. It's like when a guy says his memory was going bad. It's like I can see that basically he's trying to say and I'm sure every comedian's been there except for me. When you say, okay, I got a comeback for you. My memory's so bad, I forgot not to let you talk. And I know, comedians have done it a lot. I've seen a lot of comedians do that. They have like a snappy comeback, it just comes off wrong. And being Biden, people were like, "Fuck."
You can't deny that he has a lot of extremely senior moments. Listen, I have him at 64. It gets worse at 80. And for people to deny that and say, "Well,
I'm not denying it." What I'm saying is he's always been a gaffe machine. When he was in his 20s, he was a gaffe machine. He's just, he's been a gaffe machine his entire political career. That's not you. The only difference is
not like this. No, no.
I can't wait. I can't wait for like 10 years from now when Jim Gaffigan plays him in a movie.
The fact is, we need somebody. We need somebody younger and more vibrant than either of the choices or either of the three choices. Even though RFQ is only 66 or 67, he's still he's showing. I would not be qualified. I would not qualify myself at 64 to have that job. That job takes a lot of fucking energy, and you can't be fucking pumping yourself up on speed and Adderall and think that's going to cover up for it. But
on the other hand, he has a lot of institutional knowledge that a lot of other people do not have, and that's something that you cannot just acquire overnight. It takes years to do that.
You can have consult that has all that. You can have consult that has all that.
That's true.
You don't need to actually have gone through everything to do that. To be a competent CEO, you need to be Jeff Bezos. I'm sorry. You do. I mean,
that's Mark Cuban. Credit for him.
Mark Cuban, yeah. Anybody who is vibrant and can work 18 to 20 hours a day without Adderall, and with a really sharp presence the entire time.
Right.
And to kid ourselves that any of these fucking choices are good. It's just fucking cheerleading. It's nonsense and it's silliness.
And I mean, and that's the sad thing. So he did ask here. He said, GD and Will, who would you like to see in office? And
nobody who's running now, nobody who's on the ballot.
And that's the sad truth of it. That's the sad truth of it. Nobody that's currently in the running. That's
sad. But I absolutely don't want a guy who said he wants the American economy to crash because it would be good for him and bad for America. I don't want a guy who says that we should be in World War III, and he hopes shit hits the fan before he gets in office because it'd be good for him to get elected. I don't want that guy. I don't want a guy who's fucking a criminal. I don't want a guy who's going to be who I don't want is Trump. Would I take Biden for another 4 years? I don't think Biden will last another 4 years.
I don't think so either.
And I would actually
catch up to him. Yeah,
I would take RFQ before Trump, you know what? I poo-pooed his chances completely. Right now, he's polling at 34% in a three-way race. I think he's got a good chance, and more people are jumping on his bandwagon.
It's still the Electoral College that makes the decision, and it's not just a popular vote. You know, the Democrats have won almost every popular vote since 1832 or something. I just made that number up. But they've won a lot of popular votes, but still lost the Electoral College.
Right.
So I don't care if RQ is polling at 99%. If he's not getting 300, if he's not getting 270 electoral votes, he's not being president. He's not getting 270 electoral college votes.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
So I did, to change gears a little bit, I wanted to ask you a question about what you were saying in the beginning. So I take it you have gigs on Fire Island this weekend?
Who said that? Did I say Fire?
Well, you said you had flaming gigs, so I figured they were on Fire Island.
No, they're not on Fire Island.
Or at a hibachi restaurant.
Did I say flaming gigs? Inflamed. I said inflamed.
Inflamed. My bad.
Gigitis is the inflammation of gigs.
Yes, that is true.
It sounds like something you might get on. It sounds like something you might get on Fire Island.
No, tonight I know Scott is patiently waiting. He's in his car. I think we can't have people driving when they're doing this stuff. We're going to be responsible for accidents and stuff.
Not me.
Oh,
no,
no.
hell no.
No, you are. You're part of it. You're
No.
Well,
no.
I don't know where Sam went.
no.
Sam came in and then he left. I don't
Oh,
know
Scott. Scott. It's not.
Yeah, that's Scott.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, and I don't know Scott from Adam. If he crashes and burns, that's on him. I
Oh my
never
gosh.
met him, and if he dies before the show starts, I never will.
So
Be safe
uh,
before the show starts.
tonight I have a gig that's a 4-hour gig. It starts at 6 o'clock, which is an early gig in a pub. I don't know. It's a weird. We've never played there before. It's some people have recommended us. It's an acoustic duo. Me and Mikey are playing there. It's a 4-hour gig, and I don't like to take breaks. My whole life, I don't like to take breaks. When we started out with the band, we would do 5 or 6 hours, no breaks. But Mikey's saying, you got to take breaks tonight because he's getting old. But for me, taking breaks slows stuff down. It makes the night feel extremely, and this is one thing comedians probably can't relate to at all. I think about an hour set, doing an hour show or a 90-minute show. That's a lot of material. Right. 4 hours is standing there, performing for 4 hours or longer. Yeah. It feels like an excruciating long time.
I mean, even if you talk a little bit between each song, you're still talking about, you're going to, I bet you got to have at least 25 songs. In
7 million. You have to have at least 7 million.
I disagree. I think all you need is in a Gata de Vida as an opener. That's what 3 hours, right? American Pie.
Yeah, put some Meatloaf. Meatloaf songs in there.
Yeah.
You'll do.
Yeah, American Pie the dance mix. Do American Pie the dance mix, party dance mix. That's another hour and a half.
2112. Do the
2112.
Do the opening 2112. That's 20
with the
minutes.
With the solos and the soliloquies.
We'll slow down here a little bit. My point was that I was making was 4 hours feels like a long time, but it feels 10 times longer if you take breaks. If you stop at an hour and a half in for 15 minutes and then try to start it back up again, it feels sluggish. And it's like, oh my God, how? And then it starts to look. You're looking at the clock. How much time is clicked off the clock? That kind of it's excruciatingly long. But no, in a pub you can't just do extended bullshit. You got see, in a pub atmosphere, people have access to you. They can grab you by the throat and say, "Play the song I want you to play." They're right there. So there's no faking it. None of that bullshit goes on.
I have a show question real quick.
All right.
If we're to do critical joke theory, when you want to put it in show? Because it looks like we have 19 guests and
we have like 100 guests here. I don't.
Guests. See,
this
my
is Willie.
only goes out to 19.
This is on Willie. I don't even have a 19 guest bucket here. Let me see. When we have 6. Is that with all? I don't have anything to incorporate a 6 shot.
We should probably do his joke theory so that we can get rid of that window, right?
The window isn't the problem.
Nothing to do with up top here.
No, I think it's good to save the joke theory to when my coffee cup gets a little bit close to empty. That's when we.
Oh yeah, sure. That's That's
in between talking about tattoos and talking about robots rising. That's when we do that.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Somewhere around 10:05 or something. But before that, I need to pay a advertisement. Okay. We got to get, and this is on me, and it's going to be a tough weekend, so it's probably not going to happen this weekend. But there are a lot more advertisers coming on board we got to do stuff with. But for now, one more time, we're going to find out about the red button that you should never push. Oh boy, it looks like we lost Scott, which it could mean one of two things. No, one of two things. Either he drove off the road. Well, it could mean a lot of things. Either he drove off the road. We just lost Sam now. We're losing people. Now Sam wasn't behind the wheel.
Breaking up all around us. Yoko, where's Yoko? When you
Right. So either Scott drove off the road, he was pulled over, or he pressed the red button. He's back. So maybe it was just the red button.
Speaking of red buttons, I think that
it was probably the red button. He got excited.
I think that flashlight thing is misnamed. I don't think they should call it the turbo. I honestly think they should.
It's not called it. It's only in the commercial. It's called the turbo. They changed the name already.
Well, that name.
We have to bring in our guest. No joking about red buttons because he never got a dinner.
I'm not joking about the red button. I'm talking about the name, and it should be called the R2 Deep 2.
No.
Yeah, that's what they should call it. Because
it never got a dinner. Willie, you want to introduce Sam and Scott and Robot?
Yeah. All right. So over here we have Sam.
What's up, guys?
Very cool guy. He's the proprietor, I believe.
That's the man in the black mask from the video.
Yeah. And then over here we have Robot. That's Robot. He's another artist, and then down here we have Scott. Scott, are you tattoo also, correct?
Just a dedicated collector.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, he has a lot of tattoos.
You collect tattoos?
He's also in the band.
I have a full body suit.
Yeah.
I have a full body suit.
Oh, I thought you meant you collect other people's tattoos. I was just wondering.
I got them all up on the wall.
He skins them. Yeah.
Wow.
No, but yeah.
That microphone is a little weird. Let me see if I can do some adjustment here on that really quick.
On which one, Scott?
Yes, Scott, talk to me a little bit. Say hello.
Yep.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Sound check. Mic check.
Yeah, that's
1,
a little
2.
better. All right. Yeah, we'll live with it.
Cool.
Our first question goes to Sam. How was it when Willie fucked you really hard last night?
It was nice. I loved it.
Was this the first time?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Because
I get around,
Yeah, all right, I started working out when I was tattooing. Yeah, I know how it goes.
I'm sorry for making fun of your artwork. I really wasn't making fun of your artwork. I was making fun of Willie's intention to be a 5%er of being 5 times a 1%er there, which is really what he is. Now, did he speak German at all during that? Because I know he's been practicing his German.
No, he did not. I would have been really impressed if he did, though.
Nine.
So, Sam, are you the one who did the tattoo to cover up his swastika tattoo that he had?
Oh my God!
I did. Yeah, it was.
Please
really,
stop saying that. I've never had a swastika tattoo.
I think we made it work,
dude. Come on now.
Well, it was facing the other way, so it actually means peace.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Yeah, supposedly, but we know that he looked in the mirror when he got it.
That's right.
No, I don't have any tattoos, but I am curious. This is the number one curiosity of people who don't really know about tattoos is women coming in and asking them for tattoos in cool places, and how you keep your composure when a woman wants a butterfly next to her twat. How do you manage your professionality in that moment?
Who says he does?
I will say there is nothing less sexy than when you're tattooing somebody. It's not like a hot experience at all. Usually they're in a lot of pain. You're focusing on your job, usually surrounded by people too, which, doesn't help. I think when I first started going into it, that was definitely something I was like, ooh, I feel like this will be awkward. This will be kind of weird. But once you start, it doesn't really matter if you're tattooing an arm or an ass or whatever. Like, you're kind of just focused on the actual piece more than anything.
Has anybody got like one really close to the anus?
Not yet. I did tattoo a girl pretty close to her vagina though, and it was the middle of summer. It was a hot day. That wasn't very fun,
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to hear about. I mean, it gets a little sweaty. It gets a little raw.
Yeah. I mean, you're close, man.
And
You're
I'm
right up
sure
in there.
I'm sure your nervousness causes them to sweat a little bit more too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
just
definitely. Oh, yeah,
naturally.
definitely. Yeah. You
Hot lights on it. Hot lights on it as well. Like I mean, do you have like most artists or photography artists that have hot studios where the lights are, all that stuff too, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a huge ring light that definitely heats it up a little bit.
Any
I
like
guess I didn't notice heat from the ring light, but he used a ring light for our tattoo, but I didn't really. I was just in a wife beater though. So can you see?
Yeah, you were doing fine. You looked like you were cold, Will.
Well, that's because I went outside to smoke in the white beater. You know what I mean? And then we came back in, and yeah.
Wait a minute. Then smoking a cigarette makes your nipples hard.
For
No,
Will,
but
it does.
we're outside in
Oh,
South Dakota.
outside. Oh, okay. Outside the cold.
Yeah. So
That's not clear in the video. That's not clear in the video. You just said, I just smoked a cigarette. You didn't say I just went outside. You just said, I just smoked a cigarette, so my nipples are
Well,
hard.
you certainly can't smoke inside a tattoo shop.
Yeah, but some people do. Not in the tattoo shop, but Stanhope smokes in his house all the time. He's been on the program. I can't smoke in the house. I mean, my wife would freak out if somebody lit up a cigarette in the house. But
now, right next to their tattoo shop, like literally, they got back and forth between it. They have a little performance space next door, and that's where they've been doing music shows. They've been doing comedy shows there. There's a comedy show there tonight. Like it's a great little place. It's a nice little spot because they actually have like 2 sections.
Right. Let me pull up. Now, this is the Facebook event that Corner at Black Flag Studio. This is tonight at 8 p.m.
Kerner. Yeah, he's actually a really good act. He's a very unique performer, in my opinion. Like, and I really like him a lot. He's been a Brinkman winner 3 times. He's won the Brinkman. He's been a part of the Snow Jam Comedy Festival. And Adam Googe is hosting tonight. He's going to be on the show with me in Sioux City that I do on the 17th. So, yeah, it's going to be a good show tonight. And it's such a cool little spot. Like, they did a really good job at creating the atmosphere there. They did one of my favorite things. This is actually something that I've talked about so many different times is when I get good money and I'm able to get like a nice house or whatever, I want to have a masturbation room where it's just all the walls are covered in Playboy. There's a lot of Playboy, old magazines of Playboy on the walls in their performance area. I fucking love that. I think it's such a genius stroke of decor. I love it.
I'm not sure the self-help gurus and the people who say, you should have your vision board and all that stuff would encourage that being your priority in where you're thinking about.
It's not a priority. It's definitely not. It's very low. It's very low on the totem pole of things to do, but it's on the list. It's on the list.
It's the only one you've talked about on this program ever in 2.5 years.
Oh, come on, man.
That's got to be fairly high on the list. Sam is in and out, kind of like you were with him last night.
Oh my God! Why? What the hell?
You said you were gonna fuck. Well, you were talking to Danica. You were gonna fuck her so hard after the thing last night, and Sam said you talking to me.
Well,
did you miss that
part? Right.
That's. Now, wait a minute. There he is. Here he is. In and out. Connectivity. Now, the other guys are kind of quiet over here.
Video he played earlier.
Yeah, I played a video of Sam doing the actual work on Willie this morning. It was a minute and a half of non-cinematic video work, if I've ever seen it. I think Sam was in and out on his own here. I don't know what happened there. He's gone. Anyway, we have.
Do we have a Robots Rising video or something that we're going to watch or something?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, my internet keeps cutting out. My bad.
You're on Wi-Fi. The other guys want to chime in here about any of this stuff? Are you both also tattoo artists? Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
I'm not a
Robot is,
tattoo
but
artist.
Scott has his whole body covered in tattoos.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he has no sound all of a sudden.
Well, Robot's unplugged.
Robot's unplugged. We can't hear him. You got no
Yeah, we
sound.
can't hear you, Robot.
Robot.
Turn up the volume button.
No, that's the
Turn your
muted
navel.
thing.
Turn your navel to the right. Just adjust your volume. Turn your navel to the right. Well, do you have an audio or any?
And audio. He's got an audio, not a.
Oh,
Oh man.
No, it's something with the. Oh yeah, he's on the phone, right?
Yeah, he should be on his phone.
okay.
Gotta be
so
like
if you have an any, push it twice, and your volume should come back.
Yeah. GD goes through this every day, so maybe that's.
Yes, every time. Yeah, I'm starting to get really pissed off about this now.
No.
Not here. No, not this.
No,
Maybe-
yeah, his audio things he's talking.
Can you
about.
take a ride out to
Is
South
he-
Dakota and quickly and help him get started?
Yeah,
Well, we'll come back to the other guys now. You're in a band called Robot Rising. Now, what is that about? I mean, how did that come about? Is it were you guys in business together as tattoo people before the band?
Yeah, we started working together a couple of years ago, and one day, Robot was like, "Hey, I used to be a."
And
Oh no.
so that's what it used to be. So Scott, what do you play?
Yes. I'm the singer.
Okay.
Oh,
And so what did the other two guys do? Because one has no sound and one has no picture. So apparently you carry a lot of the load in the band. You do most of the work.
you're doing the heavy lifting.
Robot wrote most of this music about 25 years ago, all himself. Sam plays bass, Robot plays guitar. We play the drum tracks. We don't have a drummer.
My band was like that for a while because we couldn't find it.
Oh,
We
okay.
killed off more drummers. So we had a Roland TR 808, I think it was called.
Now,
We actually like it this way because it's less gear to carry around, less people, and it makes us different from any other band around. Plus, we're punk industrial, I guess you could kind of call us. So we're not like any other band around here.
any problems with sync ever, or like losing the beat on because the monitor system is not up to snuff, or any of that kind of stuff?
Actually, I think our last show, the DIY box, the DI box that I was hooked up for the backing tracks, I believe it stopped working in the middle of the set because some of our samples weren't playing, and then our last track didn't play at all. So that issue has been fixed now, so we shouldn't have that problem anymore.
That was always my nightmare with doing stuff that requires too much electronics. Is something fucks up, now you're back to basics, and where do you go from there? So I used to do a lot of when I did my solo shows we're doing a lot of electronic stuff with sequencers, drum machines, and then just basic backing tracks and all that stuff. But it came to the point where I just got tired of glitches because I gig so often that the percentage of glitches, even if it was only 2%, was still probably 10 to 20 gigs a year. And that's just too much to have that stuff. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go raw dog it, acoustic, and do it like the old fashioned days. And I haven't looked back because that was just so frustrating. When that happens, do you maintain your cool? Does the audience maintain their cool when you have a glitch or something goes wrong like that? And how do you deal with it?
It worked out okay because it was our last song that didn't work, so the crowd really didn't notice too much. We did, but it worked out.
We'll see.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Fuck yeah!
It's just a matter of time. We usually get these things figured out.
I had to use my other phone.
Now,
Okay, all right.
My beautiful lady.
Better late
helped me
than
with that
never.
one.
yeah, better late than
Shouts
never.
out to Miss Kristana.
Scott, you were talking about some of the frustrations or how you deal with it and how you keep your cool in that moment. Yes.
Yes.
What do you do? Do you just stop the show, or
No, you just keep going because the beat's
just
already
keep going.
going. You can just, once you know your song that well, you can just jump in and out. Break a string,
Right.
just leave it, let it keep playing. Grab another guitar, jack in, and never miss a beat.
All right, cool. Robot, your name is in the band is named after you, or was
No,
Robot?
I'm named after the band, bro. I used to do this by myself. I would take my drum machine and my guitar and my amp, and I would go play shows all over Los Angeles. And because it was just me up there most of the time, well, at the end of my show, I would always say, "Thanks, I'm Robots Rising." So after a while, people were like, "That's the fucking robot guy. Hey, robot." So I'm named after the band.
Very cool. Now it's all original music, right? No,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
we do
Uh,
we do covers too. We're doing a Billy Squire cover because it's kind of fun to just kind of break it up a little bit, you know.
Do you do
so,
any Taylor Swift covers?
I mean, we can.
No, not yet.
We take requests. We make time for it.
um, LA and Sioux Falls are almost the same city, right? I mean, they're exactly the same as far as
They are
culture goes.
now. They weren't when I moved here, but they are now.
They smell different though. There's a different smell to the two, right?
For sure.
LA smells worse. Yeah.
Really?
Way
I'm surprised. I would have thought with all that smog and pollution and population,
He obviously doesn't live
LA
close
would
to
have smelled more
the
like perfume
Smithfield
from all the
plant.
people.
I'll
Oh,
tell
no.
you that.
You catch Smithfield at the right time, and Smithfield smells pretty damn bad around here.
Yeah. It's worse than LA.
Oh, it's terrible. Terrible.
Not to get all serious here, but Sioux Falls have a significant people on the street problem, homeless people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's surprising to me because population doesn't seem like there would be enough for it to actually be even visible. Because
And you would think it would be like way too fucking cold for that shit here, but apparently
Yeah.
they dig it, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, if I were homeless,
Right.
I would
Not
definitely I would head to Key West or San Diego, someplace where I wouldn't freeze to death.
Right.
That's
The
just
only thing is, if you're homeless and you move to Florida, you become gator bait
right.
while you're
Or
sleeping.
Florida
You know,
Florida
That's-
man, yeah.
that's why they don't have a lot of homeless because they have fat gators.
Yeah.
They're well fed.
I got I don't want to eat up too much time here, but I had one of my best friends who I was in a band with. He got divorced, and his wife threw him out. He was homeless. He went to Miami. He was living in the woods in Miami. He got robbed. They knocked all his teeth out, and he met a girl living in the woods who was also homeless, and she was from Costa Rica, and he went to Costa Rica with her. He was going to get married. He did get married, but after the marriage, they have the Santeria Festival. And the Santeria Festival, the bride gets up and confesses all she's done. And he got caught up in the moment. Now, he's not part of that religion, but he got caught up in the moment of the confessional. And he stood up and said, "I banged your sister." And she chased him all the way back to Miami, where he went back to living in the woods. So
She put his teeth back in. That's how bad she.
don't get caught up in the moment. Is the moral of that story. The performance now the tattoo studio is not necessary. It's not the same room as the performance venue. They're separate building or separate rooms or
Separate rooms.
Separated by a wall.
Yeah, it's each side is about the same size. It used to be two different buildings, two different suites because it's in a strip mall. And sometime like 20 years ago or so, they kind of made it so it's all one. So the tattoo side is on the left side. There's a wall that separates it from the other side.
So walk me through this. You're in there. You got your little black mask on. You're putting a swastika on a guy's neck, and and they come in and they say, "There's a building next door. We could really turn that into like a perform." Walk me through that. How that became
That's Sam's idea.
Yeah, so back when I first started, the old owners of the tattoo shop were kind of just using it as like a break room storage area. And it's huge. I mean, it's like 1,200 square feet of just open space. And I had brought it up to them several times, like, oh, what if we do art shows here? You know, pop-up shops, music. And they never wanted to do it. They thought it was too much work. So after they left, we were like, you know what? Screw it. We're going to actually start utilizing this room. So we completely renovated it, redecorated it, moved in a whole bunch of equipment, started setting up shows. I got in contact with a local comedian here who was trying to find a space to use for open mics and comedy. So that's where the comedy shows have been coming from, and then we set up a lot of the actual music shows there too.
All right. Did you built a stage in there, or was there already a stage?
Not yet. It's right now. It's still everybody's just on the ground, but I think we're gonna get a little drum riser stage put in there here pretty soon. So.
How about lights and sound? Is it is it the installation there? People have to bring their own sound equipment. What's that?
Kind of. Yeah, we
We
prefer.
just bought a new sound system for the spot,
Mm-hmm.
so the sound in there is good. We're working on lights and everything still too.
This seems like if you got it right and did the performance thing, like the stuff is built in there. There's a light setup, a light grid, and a professional sound system in there. That this whole idea of the tattoo place and the performance place as one would be a great, not necessarily network, but cable reality TV show based around this stuff. And
yeah, for sure. I mean, it would definitely be entertaining to watch.
Absolutely. Yeah. I proposed this to my friend because I have a friend here who has a tattoo shop. Because you know what? You don't see that. Maybe you do because I don't have television, but Ink or something like that. And, those kind of shows, there's a lot of interest in that. And there's a lot of interest in the performing arts. So just the day-to-day of what goes on and how crazy people coming in to propose a show that, next door while they're getting a tattoo, any of that kind of stuff would, I think, a cable network would eat that shit up.
I mean, it's the music and the tattooing would definitely be interesting, but Sioux Falls, South Dakota, I don't know if anybody would really care too much about that. It's still kind of.
I mean, the most entertaining part of it would be me and Sam because we're pretty much like Beast Boy and Cyborg from Teen Titans Go. We just totally stupid when we're together.
But yes,
fucking great.
That's
dude.
what carries it.
Well, yeah. If you look back to Orange County Choppers,
people that come in.
If you look at Orange County Choppers, it was all about the father and the son. It wasn't really about the bikes.
Right. Yeah, that's
true. It's about the personalities. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
but yeah. So
where are you on your way to, and how long before you get there?
I'm not driving.
Homeless and living in your car.
I'm sitting outside my workspace because I clocked out so I could do this. And then I'm going to go back into work here in a little bit.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
What is work, if you don't mind me asking? What is it?
I work at a place called Creative Surfaces. I do I wire signs for a living.
That's nice.
Yeah. So like if you go to a casino and you see a bank of slot machines and there's say like Wheel of Fortune theme and they have the rotating lights around the top that has the theme on it and the lights in between the slot machines. I make all those.
Now, can you adapt? Can you do that on your own so you can have like a big Black Flag Studios, like make it look like Las Vegas on the Strip?
I could.
Yeah, what kind of discount can you get?
But we could.
We'll put an Indiegogo fundraiser for it to get that gigantic sign on Black Flag. How big is the actual space? What are we talking about between the tattoo parlor and the performance space? How much space are we talking about?
It's about 1,200 square feet per side, so about 2,400 square feet.
And it's in a strip mall. There's other businesses in there.
Yeah,
there's an Indian taco place right next door, and then a bar on the other side. So
Mexican bar, the best kind
Mexican
of bar.
Yeah,
a Mexican bar in South Dakota.
It's gotta be
Oh yeah. There's actually a pretty decent Mexican population here for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They walked all the way.
Well, I don't know if they walked or whatever, but there's a lot of plants. Sioux Falls has a lot of different plants. So immigrants definitely have.
Well, what came to mind was Shane Gillis.
Population.
Shane Gillis talking about his father being really paranoid about Mexican immigrants coming across the southern border, and his father lives in central Pennsylvania. And Shane does a bit about they're not walking all the way here to take your job. But now that you mentioned a significant population in South Dakota, maybe I have to rethink that.
Back, we can use you.
Yeah. So now instrumentation wise, what do you got? Bass drums and bass drum machine and guitar, or is it like synthesizer? What's the other? You mentioned breaking a string, so I figure there's guitar, but what's the other?
Yeah, I play guitar. Sam plays bass, but he plays a bass 6, which is kind of it's a bass, but it's a 6-string bass. But it's like a 6-string bass before 6-string basses became 6-string basses, if that makes sense.
Right.
It was designed in the 60s to bridge the gap between baritone guitar and the bass guitar. So you can play it. It sounds like a bass, but you can play it like a guitar. You can play chords on it and shit.
Right. Cool.
Okay.
And I play guitar, and we both play Fenders, and they're both technically jazz masters. And,
that's Scott is the lead vocalist. Do you guys sing backups? Do you sing harmonies with him, or
I sing with him? Yeah.
Now, do you incorporate loopers or any of that kind of stuff?
Do you incorporate strippers?
Loopers.
Loopers.
Like a looper.
Oh yeah, there's
like the movie. Like the movie, the guys
yeah.
that drop the stuff in their eyes.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
There was a movie called Loopers.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh my God!
He lives in a cultural. He lives in a cultural bubble that is all his own. He doesn't know any modern comedians or modern music, but he knows a movie called Loopers.
Yeah, I just have Sam. What is like? Have you ever had somebody who's so drunk that you had to like talk them out of a tattoo and say, "Look, wait till you sober up. This really is a bad idea." And what was the tattoo? Both you, Robert. What was the tattoo that you talked them out of? And did they still get it when they were sober, or were you successful?
We actually legally were not allowed to tattoo people if they're drunk. We make them fill out a form beforehand that discloses that they're sober. But I've definitely had, especially from the Mexican bar next door, if we're open late enough, we'll get a lot of people that come over.
Yeah, I would say.
I had a guy a few nights ago, he came in and he wanted to get his friend's lips on his ass cheek, and they were both just absolutely plastered. Should have done
that. Pierced that one Mexican dude's nipples when he came in, and it pierced his belly button too. Oh, yeah. And he was wasted, and we didn't realize it till I was already done. Remember that?
Yeah, he was fine until the piercing was done, and then he was all over the place.
See, this is gold for reality TV. It definitely is.
It was great, man.
Yeah.
A while ago, I wrote a script. I used to belong to a film group, and I wrote a script for a mobile tattoo parlor. So it's like a van where they did the tattoos and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the whole premise was that they wait outside of bars just so that they could get the customers there. And of course they're driving around doing the tattoos. They were also, since the customers were drunk, they were also like a Uber service. They would drive you home,
right,
and do your tattoo for you. And
that's a good idea.
So speaking of which, not only does Black Flag have a comedy show tonight, March 9th, Preston Williams, who's been on the show a couple different times, is actually going to do a comedy set while he's getting tattooed. So that's happening at Black Flag Studios. Sam, are you doing that tattoo?
I am doing that one, yep.
That is so cliche. You know how many times I've seen that done?
Name one.
I know, that's just it. I don't want to name them. It's too cliche. That's like
it's a great idea.
That's like
dude.
the chicken on the other side. That's like chicken getting to the other side of the road joke. It's like everybody's done it. Just
I
about.
don't think so. I don't think.
Yeah, I beg to differ.
Tattooed while they do comedy.
We're just going to have to agree to disagree. It's just it's really common.
I have a solution to this problem right here. So anyway, yeah. Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Are you going to be taping the Preston Williams thing? Because I think there's a chance there's going to be some gold happening there. I mean, as far as viral,
yeah,
I'm always thinking.
I'm pretty sure.
Make a beat. Yeah. Now, are we going to have? We're not going to have Willie and his wife tape it. We're going to have some people who know what they're doing with a video camera. Yeah.
We're gonna grab some drunk dude from the Mexican bar and have him do it.
Yeah, for real, man.
So, Sam, the name Black Flag Studios, is Black Flag after the band or after the pesticide? What is Black Flag named after?
That was actually Robot's idea for Black Flag. I believe it's just Black Flag, like raising the sails. I mean, we love the band Black Flag, but I feel like there could be some copyright.
Is it the pesticide isn't even a thing anymore? Is it? Because I think it got outlawed because it was actually killing people.
If you hit anybody hard enough with a can of pesticide, it'll kill people. I don't think that's
delicious.
Right.
I'm looking it up.
They don't know what they're missing. Black Flag was delicious.
Much better than those damn Tide Pods.
Yeah.
So much better than Tide Pods.
Have you guys ever done like a tattoo your logo promotion or anything like that? Because you guys got a pretty badass.
We've talked about it, yeah. We've talked about it for sure. I think next time we do a special, we might do it so it's free if you get our logo tattooed on you, type deal. But
right now, I'm the only one with the logo tattooed.
Right.
For the band.
Right. Can you reproduce any piece of artwork? If somebody brought in a piece of artwork that was like really intricate, can you reproduce anything that somebody brings in and says, "I want this"?
For the most part, there are definitely like limitations. There's certain
like the Mona Lisa. Let's go with the Mona Lisa.
Sure. You definitely could. Yeah, for that something like that, you definitely could. I think the biggest thing that people have a hard time understanding is like how small you can go with tattoos. We get a lot of people that come in that want to get like names or script or Bible verses, and they want them like an inch long, and over time that ink expands in your skin or it starts to fall out. So if you go super tiny with it, you end up with a black blob eventually. With the resurgence of like Pinterest and Instagram and a lot of like fine line white girl tattoos, you get a lot of people that come in, they want to get just the tiniest minimalist piece, which sometimes it's just kind of like technically out of the realm of possibility.
So how long have you been doing tattoos?
I've been doing it for about 2 years. Robot's been tattooing for what, like
11
years? 11 years? Yeah.
Okay,
wow.
You've been doing it the longest. So have you had anybody get their tattoo, let's say on a breast, let's say a donkey, but they want to sue you after 10 years because now it's a giraffe and they didn't ask for a giraffe?
It's pronounced donkey, by the way.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Not that
Because the skin's moved and the tattoo is now not what they paid for.
Right.
How long of a warranty do you have?
No, you got some stuff there going on though. You should write that down. I like it.
I don't have time. I wish I don't have enough money to hire people to write things down for me.
Yeah.
Matt, will you do me a favor and hit B for me so I can come back to this later?
I like it.
And Willie's gonna write it down and use it later.
Dude.
The donkey and the giraffe. It writes itself.
It's pronounced donkey, by the way. Donkey. That's a whole lot.
You're thinking of the windmill guy, Quixote.
Yeah. Old people. You ever get like a 80-year-old woman who wants a tattoo or something like that? Like somebody who just like really got saggy old skin, and the difficulty of that. Is it harder? Does it make it more?
It's like tattooing tissue paper, dude. They have such thin skin.
Because they don't have as many layers either, right? Because doesn't your skin thin out as you age?
It does, yeah, and it gets really fragile. I mean, you gotta be so careful to not cut them open.
I would think that would be difficult.
Circumcised at 50 because your skin just stops stretching after a while. And
I suppose you can't even do like a sweeping stroke because like I noticed some of like when you were doing my tattoo for the shade, like there was some sweeping strokes. If you do that on thin skin like that, it probably just tears them up bad, I'm sure.
You can do it. You just have to be really, really, really careful. You're lightly touching the skin.
Right.
So if they're really thin skin, you can't say something like "You're ugly. Don't get this tattoo." If they're really thin skin.
I mean, technically, we can care what we want, but I like money, so
I love money.
I'll do it.
JD, this is the second time you've mentioned getting circumcised at 50. You're serious about that?
Yeah, I got circumcised at 50. Yeah.
No.
Apparently, you don't watch any of my comedy routines. It's in like it's in like 4 of my specials. No,
I'm like Howard Stern with Jackie. No, I never listened to your fucking album, Jackie.
No, I don't have an album. I have like 2 videos. My God, never mind. That's beside the point. There's somebody out there who watch one of my videos and they know what I'm talking about. So Scott, I was asking, what tattoo are you missing that you are looking forward to getting? And why haven't you gotten it yet?
I've got my whole body completely covered. My next one, I'm going to be moving up on my head.
Your dick? You got your dick tattooed?
No, it's not, and it's not going to be. People ask me that all the time. I'm going to put a mushroom cloud on the back of my head that comes up to making a brain on the top of the mushroom cloud. I got my whole
like a nuclear bomb
mushroom
cloud that becomes a brain.
Yep.
Has anybody got their dick tattooed? I mean, not of you three guys, but has anybody come in and want a tattoo on their dick?
I've never been asked, but I've worked with.
Really?
Yeah.
Ouch.
No way.
What was it?
Not a chance in hell would I do that.
What was the tattoo?
Skin, dude. Once you've done this long enough, like I'm a piercer too, so I've had to see some shit.
Yeah, I understand it's just skin.
No, I'm just saying, me personally, I would never get my dick tattooed.
No
way. I don't
want
to put my penis through that. There's no way I would do that.
Who said they got circumcised at 50?
Yeah, 50.
Who said that?
GD, this guy.
You did. You got circumcised at 50?
Yeah.
You fucking sellout, dude. You're supposed to be an uncut hunk forever.
No. He was out of bacon.
No. The real reason, if you knew the real reason, you would have said, "Oh my God." Yeah. The real reason, it was unavoidable. Yeah.
Willie's on delay, so I feel like I'm throwing joke grenades, and you have to wait 6 seconds for it to go off.
They're pretty funny, actually.
My bad.
Yeah. Did you ever get a big pussy? Like me, I would be a big pussy. Like I can't take needles at all. So like a guy who comes in and I want a tattoo, and then he ends up crying. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That guy's stomach I did, where he just cried through the whole fucking thing.
If somebody passes out because of the fear of needles, do you finish the tattoo, or is it like, okay, great, now they shut up? What do you do?
Usually
do they have to be conscious
for like 10
seconds.
Do
they legally have to be conscious?
Yeah, typically they should be conscious.
Typically.
Yeah.
So if they faint because of the needle, can you finish, or do you have to wait for them to wake up and faint again?
Usually it's not like the fear of needles that makes them pass out. It's like the rush of adrenaline that they get from getting tattooed. If they didn't like eat that day, or when they went out drinking the night before, sometimes their blood pressure can drop.
It's like somebody that faints in the ejection seat. It's really kind of the same deal.
Well, we're getting to the point where we're going to need to take a short break because my coffee cup is getting empty, and I do want to play another commercial, but we will continue this conversation.
Is it going to be another commercial for sex toys? Because that was pretty cool. I'm kind of interested.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it was going to be.
Nice. Yeah.
That particular toy is not called a Terrible anymore. It's $139 on Tracy's Dog. What is it called now? The streaming automatic masturbator. With I think like controlled ejaculation technology. It's very, very, but it's a high-end sex toy. It's not for beginners. It's I guess you have to be a masturbator.
Do we get a discount code for being on the show?
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so we're going to need to do that. But before, I just want to kind of set up the next segment because we want to talk about Robots Rising and the band and basically the following and that side of the music business, how much energy you put into that. So that's kind of where I'm going to want to go when we come back. GD, are you going to want to throw in that right after the commercial? Your little comedy bit there, your little funniness, your little attempt at humor.
News, damn it, it's news.
All right. So I'm going to play Tracy's Dog, and then I'll be out of here and let you take it from there until we're done with your little comedy attempt at being funny.
Right. Hey there, I'm Mr. Geronimo, product manager for Tracy's Dog. What is Tracy's Dog? Well, for $50, we send you a high-quality sex toy right to your door. Yeah, $50. Are our toys any good? No. amazing. Yeehaw! Each toy is made with body-safe silicone. We are constantly evolving and innovating our product line. They are built for one thing, to shake your world with orgasms you ain't never seen before. Do you like spending $100 for your sex toy? 80 of it goes to retail. What about bumping into your family while at the sex toy shop? Good taste. Get the pleasure you deserve without broadcasting your secrets. And think of all the money we're going to be saving you.
Hello, welcome to Critical Joke Theory with your host, G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist. Now with new joke technology. Hi, I'm G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist at large, but I'm losing weight. Welcome to Critical Joke Theory, episode 42. Now with new joke technology and open caption for the humor impaired. Actor Carl Weathers died at age 76. His family did not disclose his cause of death, only that he died peacefully in his sleep. Weathers is best known for portraying Apollo Creed in the Rocky movies. You may remember this line from Rocky 2. I want the whole world to see me destroy this man. Again. He was also in Predator, The Mandalorian, and he was the voice of Comeback Carl in Toy Story 4. There's no coming back from this, Carl. Rest in peace. Country music star Toby Keith, seen here looking... Oh, let's do this. There we go. Country music star Toby Keith, seen here looking for a military background, died at age 62 of stomach cancer. Toby Keith, best known for his songs Good As I Once Was, Red Solo Cup, and his 1999 hit How Do You Like Me Now apparently helped to discover Taylor Swift. I did not know if Keith was in on the Swift plot to re-elect Biden, but if he was, that's a courtesy to the red, white, and blue. King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer. This announcement has the country of England asking, how bad does Prince William want that promotion? Jennifer Crumbley, mother of Michigan school shooter Ethan Crumbley, was found guilty of 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. During the trial, Mrs. Crumbley stated that she wished that Ethan had killed her and her husband instead of those 4 teenagers. Ethan Crumbley responded, now you tell me. In primary news, President Biden shown here, showing us exactly how big his big fucking deal is, won the South Carolina Democratic presidential primary by 94%, and he received 89.4% of the vote in the Nevada primary. None of these candidates came in second with 5.6% of the votes. The next primary is the Michigan primary on February 27th. So far, President Biden has been putting up the kind of numbers that only dictators get. Biden's new slogan, winning like a dictator while Trump dreams of being one. Meanwhile, Nikki Haley lost the Nevada primary to none of these candidates by 30 points. Nikki Haley turned voters out. They just didn't turn out to vote for her. A Colorado woman, Crystal Gable, is fighting to have her name removed from the Minnesota presidential primary ballot as a third-party candidate because she says she didn't agree to run. I did not give consent to be on the Minnesota ballot for this race, Crystal Gable shared in an email to the Star Tribune. Quote, I was neither approached to run for office by anyone in the Legal Marijuana Now Minnesota party, nor was this candidacy validated by the state of Minnesota. Legal Marijuana Now party? Oh, she just doesn't remember. Sure, I'll run. Must have been the weed talking. Speaking of weed talking, here we go. Speaking of weed talking, special counsel Robert Hur, seen here wondering if Trump likes him now, has announced that no charges will be brought against Biden in the documents case. Her cleared Biden of criminal wrongdoing with one hand while taking personal jabs with the other, none of which I will repeat here. Biden held a press conference after Her's announcement, addressing both the clearing of his name and the backhanded insults that Her slid in his nearly 300-page report that's now known as a half comey. A full comey is when you release your report 11 days before an election and help to throw an election. Her is just trying to throw Trump supporters a little red meat. The D.C. Appeals Court unanimously denied Trump's claim of immunity. The D.C. Appeals Court unanimously denied Trump's claim of immunity. In their 57-page opinion, Trump is referred to as Citizen Trump, but instead of burning a sled, he's burning the Constitution. Rosebud. The Supreme Court heard arguments in Trump v. Anderson. This case is to decide whether Trump will be on Colorado's presidential ballot. It appears that the judges have already made up their minds and that they are just looking for an off-ramp. It looks as if they will decide that if anyone who is involved in an insurrection against the United States after taking an oath to support the Constitution is banned from holding federal office, except for the president, citing ignorance, common census. That's a mouthful, and I won't do that one again. Okay. Two JetBlue planes collided on the ground at Boston Logan Airport. JetBlue flight 777 was headed to Las Vegas, and JetBlue flight 551 was headed to Orlando when they collided on the tarmac. Both planes were Airbuses A321s. The cause of the incident is being investigated. However, preliminary conspiracies point to boing. I'm G.D. Fenderson, certified forensic humorist at large. Thank you for watching Political Joke Theory. Be safe out there, and whatever you do, don't feed the crazies.
Thank you. Awesome.
I
just
want to say that
Ian says, "What's?" Wait a second.
Wait a second. Telling people not to feed me.
Did he say? Ian said, "What the fuck is the rustling noise?" I think Robot is giving himself a new tattoo during the little portrait. It seems like
no. My kid goes to school across the street, and he's got some medical problems, so I had to send some medication over for him.
Oh, well, then you weren't the rustling noise. Whatever Ian is talking about, I thought somebody was doing something mechanical in the background there. Not me. I got my hand.
Just me rifling through the drawers looking for his medicine.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry to hear about that. I hope that everything's okay with it. Now, coming back to Robots Rising. Scott is not with us anymore. Why is Scott not with us? He's out here. Oh, there he is. Scott's the lead singer, but you're also the lyricist. You write all the lyrics to all the songs.
A lot of the songs were written by Robot a long time ago. I rewrote the lyrics to 2 of our songs, and we're in the process of we're going to be writing some new music in the very near future.
Okay. Now, do you write about technological things like Robots Rising, or no? I mean, is there a theme to the kind of lyrical stuff you write about?
Pissed off.
What?
Pissed off.
TikTok?
Just pissed off shit.
Okay. Oh, so basically, your inspiration for writing is you go to TikTok and see what's happening on the daily.
It's usually a little closer to home.
No, he said pissed off.
Oh, pissed off! I just said TikTok. Oh, angst.
Pissed off.
Angst. Okay. Now recording. You have stuff recorded out there for sale. product?
Not yet. Well, there's a little stuff out there, but it's like really bad stuff that I recorded either in my bedroom or a friend's house. Every time I tried to record it, I had to do stuff like it was like not really like, hey, let's go set up all your stuff in this little room and we'll fucking turn it up real loud and record it and try to make it sound. It just never really quite passed. It's been my dream for a quarter of a century to get this done right, and I finally got the lineup to do it.
Very cool. So how long have you guys been doing the band thing together?
I joined the band in October.
Oh, so fairly new. I was under the impression that you guys had been together for a while.
Robot and Sam were together for a while before I joined the band in October.
Okay.
Me and Sam have been doing it for about a year, but before that, I did it for like 25 years, and I've had a lot of people come and go.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. Believe me, I've seen it all in the music business, and solo artists who start out solo, build up bands, go through different people, and you know what? Being in a band is more difficult than being in a marriage by far. I mean,
yeah, it is.
The divorce rate is much higher in music than it is in real life.
You ain't lying, brother. You ain't lying.
Yeah, I know. And for lots of different reasons. But I think a big part of it starts out with the communication about like who's really the leader of this, what the intent, communication, all of it is like, what's my role here, all that stuff. People don't talk about that stuff, and then they end up getting pissed off or having resentments over stuff because they expected one thing without ever, spelling it out. What am I doing here, and whose role is what?
In my experience, it's been mostly drugs.
Yeah, that's a lot of that too. You guys get high at all? You look like you might get high at all.
I don't.
Yeah.
Not really, no.
I used to. I don't have anything against it, but I don't do it anymore.
Okay.
I have a really rare chronic pain disease, and I'm on a lot of opioids. So I guess I kind of do get high.
I don't get high. I'm just on like 3 milligrams of heroin every 5 minutes.
For pain.
Yeah, no, I get it. It's for pain. You do. Yeah. It's like, yeah. I don't get high.
But I don't get. I don't.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No, I get it.
When I first started taking it, it was a lot of fun.
No, I don't get high either. I just smoke DMT all day long.
Now I got a pain problem and a drug problem.
Yeah, no, but a lot of artists do. I mean, a lot of people lean on substances for, inspiration, ideas, imagination, all that kind of stuff. So now,
it worked for me.
Yeah. Right. You pissed off, you said. Now, what kind of things piss you off? Is it politics and religion?
Are, about bad breakups, but I kind of arranged the words to where you could make them about anybody, So a lot of them were about bad breakups that I went through.
Now, were you singing lead before Scott came into the picture? Or were you?
Yeah, I was. And I smoke too much, and I just can't do it anymore. I'm too old.
Yeah,
younger than me, Robot.
Yeah, I need
too old. How old are you, Robot?
51.
51.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, smack him.
51.
Yeah. Well, he's a baby. An old baby.
Matt has like guitar strings older than you.
Right. Robert Klein, my friend Robert Klein just turned 82 yesterday, and he told me that age is just a number, and he's right. 911. So yeah. Now performing out with Robots Rising, other than Black Flag Studios, have you branched out to other clubs and played around the South Dakota, Sioux Falls, South Dakota area?
Oh
yeah.
Is there a lot of opportunity for independent for original music?
Yeah,
there is. We played at a place called Big's Bar in November. We played Sioux City 2 weeks ago. We've got another show at Big's Bar on March 8th, opening for A Killer's Confession with Waylon from Mushroomhead. June 5th,
Biggs Bar is
at
a
a
great
place called
venue.
Remedy. We're opening for Il Nino. June 22nd at Remedy, we're opening for Blue Felix.
Very
Let's
cool.
see. Yeah, we're playing Minneapolis August 9th. We're going to Rapid City June 28th. We've got a lot of stuff in the works.
Damn, that's good. I'm impressed. Now, who's in charge of who's taking on the bookings and the business end of it?
I would say that would probably be me.
Yep, that's Scott.
Well, very very good. Have you been in bands before Robot Rising? Robot Rising?
I have never been in a band before. I started singing in October. I just turned 52 in November.
So now I'm curious about this, but you're hustling like a badass, getting gigs and stuff. Was there a learning curve in that? Or I mean,
I've been a local promoter here in Sioux Falls for the last 8 years.
So
I've got a lot of connections all over the place with a lot of bands, a lot of cities, a lot of other promoters.
Right.
Used to book shows for my old band.
Very, very cool. Well, that makes sense because that's a lot of people struggle with that, just getting started and getting gigs. You guys haven't been together that long to have that kind of busy schedule, so something wasn't adding up there. So now the roads, and it seems like all the places you're playing are cold weather, North Country. Cold places. So I'm assuming it's all indoors. You haven't played any outdoor like festivals or things like that.
Not yet.
Yeah. Anything like that in the works for the upcoming summer and that kind of stuff. Those are my favorite gigs. That's why I'm curious.
Right off the table.
It's a possibility. I know of some outdoor venues and stuff that do shows like that, especially in Sioux City. There's a really cool one called the Icky Nickel. We played there. We played inside, but there is an outside stage there that's really cool.
Your audience.
Mitchell
fun,
at the
man.
Back 40.
What was that, Willie? You're delayed again,
There's
Will.
a spot in Mitchell called the Back 40 that has a really nice outdoor stage. Kiki, I think, is the lady who runs that place.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's like right across from
that one either.
Palace.
Sounds fun though.
Yeah.
It
Now,
used to be something else.
audience-wise, is your audience younger? I mean, a lady I know contacted me about having her nephew on, who's been doing raves since he was 13 years old. I didn't even know raves was still a thing. I mean, I thought that was like a 90s thing. But he's 40 years old. He's still doing raves. And I was surprised to find out that was still going on. Your audience, the people who are into your music, can you define them, or have you defined them? Demographic-wise.
Mostly younger people. Probably a healthy mix, really. There's a pretty booming metal punk scene here in Sioux Falls that's kind of up and coming, so I think we get a lot of the crowd from those shows.
It's a pretty good mix because Sam is a youngster, and then Robot and I are both over 50, so we get a little bit of everything.
Half their age.
Sam's half our age. I was programming this shit the year Sam was born.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's kind of interesting because I was approached, and I'm significantly older than you guys. I was approached by a band in their 20s to play lead guitar for them, and I was like, "You don't want an old." I would be let's go see the band with the grandpa in the corner, type of thing.
Bro, look at Motley Crue, man. Fucking Mick Mars was like 20 years older than them guys.
I did not know that. I did not know
he was
that.
like 100. He was like, they were all like 18. He was like 100. Look at him now.
So, Robot, obviously you're not the accountant because you said he's like 20 years older than them, and they're like he's 100 and they're 18. So,
no, I'm
does the math in the band.
I'm bad at money.
So Scott does the math also.
Yeah, you would. A robot, not computer. Not adding machine. Yeah, so no, that's interesting. So a mix of people from, would you say, from 20 to 50s, or the audience?
Yeah, man.
I would say so,
We're
yeah.
all inclusive.
Now, do you mix both worlds? Do you let your worlds collide, like in the middle of a set? I see a lot of people with ink out here. If you want, you doing any cross promotion? Hey, listen, I'm always thinking about business. I don't know why, but I'm not a very good businessman, but I'm thinking of opportunities and promotional stuff all the time.
Is there a female groupie that y'all have that you have to keep turning away because she keeps throwing herself at you, but you're like, please, really stop it. We really don't want
I'm gonna
to.
marry her. I'm gonna marry her. That's a true story.
I'm reluctant to ask this question. Going back to the tattoo stuff for a second here, but I'm curious about it, so I want to ask it. But ever fuck up and like have somebody come back and you kind of made a mistake here, and do they have to sign a disclaimer saying, well, because it's permanent art, you can't go. Maybe you can go back and change stuff, but the customer service part of it and having a really irate, hey man, that doesn't look anything like my wife. It looks like a dude or something.
I would say it's definitely smart.
I want to chime in here because I did notice on the paperwork that they're like, listen, it's up to you to make sure that the design you want has the correct spelling or whatever. That's on the paperwork that you sign beforehand. I'm a nerd, so I actually read that shit, bro.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah,
there was a trend. There was a trend when people were getting like tattoos in other languages, like Japanese and Chinese and stuff. When they bring that in, do you actually know any of this? Do you like say, do you like proofreading? Go like, I'm sorry, this is not right, or you just do it the way they give it to you?
We make them double, triple check. That's kind of where the whole like disclaimer just has to be spelled right. If it's like another.
So if they come to you and say this is Chinese for I'm a great person, and it turns out it says I'm a dick. That's on them, not you, right?
Definitely. It's definitely on them.
Dude, if I looked and I saw that it actually said I'm a dick, I would still do it on him.
Oh, for sure.
I'd be like, you earned this. You fucking earned this.
How about addressing the question that I had, like a pissed off guy who come? Because I have a friend, and I'll let you comment on it. But I have a friend who came to us, and he had a bull tattoo, but the bull looked kind of cross-eyed, and the guy was really he was proud of his tattoo until our other friend was saying, when he comes here to show you his tattoo, tell him it looks like a gay cow, and we were fucking with him, but it did look like a gay cow. And then as soon as he started showing it off and telling us about it, we said that, and he got all pissed off. And then he had to go back to the guy at the tattoo shop and ask him to change it and make it a little more masculine looking. But ever get that kind of situation
what does a gay cow look like? I just have to know.
Well, a cow is a woman anyway, so it would be lesbian cow.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It looks like it's got its tongue hanging out.
I think getting the tattoo of a gay cow is utterly ridiculous. That's what I think.
But no. The question is: anybody ever come back with anything that they're really pissed off about, and you got to try to make good in that situation? Ever get one of those kind of situations that this is not fun?
Not that I've seen. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it definitely happens.
Yeah.
Not everybody's gonna be 100%.
Never happened to me, but I've seen it happen to other people I work with.
Yeah.
How about the typical scenario where the guy had his ex-girlfriend's name on it, now wants it changed? Have you ever had to deal with that?
Robot, who's the artist that would charge like $20 for significant other's name?
That was fucking fuck. It's early, man.
Oh, that guy.
God damn it.
Was it Hardy?
He's that guy. He's that guy that passed away. And he's one of our fucking heroes. We're standing on the shoulders of giants. It was not Les Use. It was not Ed Hardy, but Ed Hardy used to do that too.
Yeah.
It was
charge $20 for your significant other because he knew in like 6 months he'd be coming back to get a chain.
And then charge fucking out the ass for cover-ups.
Yeah, for the cover-up.
You know they're coming.
How do you price tattoos? Is it by the inch?
Get some fucking death for your relationship.
How do you price tattoos? Is it by inch, by color, by? I mean, how do you figure out the pricing on something like that?
It just depends how much I like you.
Yeah.
You don't have like a menu board up there, and 3-color tattoo. None of that.
It's just how much I like you. If I like you right off the bat, you get a good price. If I don't like you, you're gonna pay out the ass.
So I'm gonna pay out the ass then.
I typically do by the hour.
Oh, you're pretty funny. I'd give you a good deal. You're a pretty funny guy. You just keep me laughing. I tattoo you all day. I don't give a fuck.
I don't have any tattoos because I'm scared of needles. I am that guy that we mentioned before, the guy who will come in crying like a bitch. You wouldn't even have to touch me with the needle. I would cry the minute I saw it. I would cry like a little girl the minute I saw it.
You don't look at it. Then don't look at it, man. You don't.
Yeah.
That was the best thing about getting a neck tattoo is I could just look away. I'm not even paying attention. Like, I'm in a different place right now.
Right. Sam, I noticed when you were doing that, you had the mask on. Is that like a COVID mask? Is that a legal thing? What?
It's not necessary. When I first started tattooing,
it just smelled really bad.
What's that?
He said it smelled really bad.
Yeah.
No, me. I smell.
Oh.
Yeah. No, when I first started tattooing, I never wore the mask. And then one day when I was tattooing a friend of mine, I don't know what happened. I don't know if I just like hit the skin wrong or what, but some ink shot up and hit me in the face. And so now I wear the glasses and the mask and everything because I don't want to fuck with it. Also, I noticed when I tattoo, my mouth is open. And the last thing I want is someone's blood and plasma going in my mouth.
Now, your mouth is open. Are you also, because like when I'm concentrating really hard, you can tell when I'm concentrating really hard because I have the tongue thing. I always stick my tongue in one of the side corners because I'm that would be me. That would totally be me if I did that.
Josh,
exactly, yeah. So,
Josh Johnson, who is a comedian, he tells a story about going to the dentist, and the dentist tells him open his mouth real wide. And the dentist is looking in his mouth. He's got his mouth open as wide as it could be, and the dentist sneezed.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Awful, man.
Yeah, have you ever had anything like
my dentist? I think me and my dentist would be fighting.
Oh, absolutely! Like what the fuck, man? But have you ever had anything like really like you were like embarrassed about, or anything like that has come up? Like you fart like really loud when you're doing a tattoo, and yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple times where like sometimes you gotta fart, man, and you're right in the middle of pulling a line. And you think you can kind of just squeak it out, but it makes a little more noise than you want.
It's not the noise that's so bad. What about the smell? Because nobody can go anywhere.
So much this weekend.
Right. It's like I went to the doctor and said, I'm losing my hearing. I can't even hear myself fart. He said, "We'll take these pills for about a week." I said, "Make my hearing better?" He said, "No, they'll make you fart louder." But yeah, so it's like a really personal thing, though. You're up and close with people, so I would imagine things like that happen all the time. What about somebody who's just a dick? They're moving too much and making your job really hard. You ever lose your cool and lose your temper a little bit? Like, dude, sit still. I can't do this if you're going to be jittering all over the place. Has that come up?
Yeah, I'd say I try to be very patient with people. Like getting tattooed sucks. It's normal to flinch, to twitch, and all that stuff. But like, if they have their friend with them and they're like chatting with them and moving around the whole time, like while they're talking, then I kind of get a little short with them. But you don't have to be doing that. You could sit still.
Right. Yeah, it's just a fascinating world. I do think, and I know I've said this before, but I think if you position it right, you guys could make a lot of interesting content with in terms of a reality TV show. It just takes a good lighting system, good sound system, and video cameras, and people who know how to set them up and and work them and all that kind of stuff. But I think there is unlimited possibility for a really entertaining and informational show.
Yeah, definitely.
So Matt just greenlit your show. Matt just
Yeah.
greenlit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the artistic background? Were you guys like art students before tattoos? Like you obviously had to have some drawing and painting ability before you started this. Backgrounds and all that kind of stuff.
My
Sherman
whole
Williams?
family's always been very artistic. My mom taught me how to draw when I was really young, and I wanted to do something with art growing up. I just didn't really know what. And originally, my plan was I was going to go to Chicago and go to the Art Institute out there, and I got accepted and everything. But then I saw how much tuition was. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna be paying that up at all. So
Yeah.
I took a little break, and then I started getting tattoos, and I was like, you know what, I really like this. I enjoy this culture, I enjoy this world, and kind of worked my way in and got my foot in the door.
What about you, Robot? Were you an art student?
I couldn't draw a stick figure when I started tattooing. I learned on the job.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, do you draw it out on like a transparency before you? I've never been. Obviously, I'm showing my naivety here. How you actually do it? You draw it on paper before you put it on the skin?
Yep.
Wow.
I actually learned on the job, and it was a real struggle. But man, actually, I'm really fucking proud of myself for what I've learned to do. Against all odds, dude. Nobody fucking believed in me, not even me. But look where I am now. Shit,
How many stick figure tattoos did you do before? How many stick figure tattoos did you do before it caught on?
Stick figure?
Oh, I did stick figures fucking Kung Fu Fighting. That was one of the first ones I did, man. That was fun.
Wow.
Now, I have a question for Scott. He says he's got like pretty much a full bodysuit. When did you get your first tattoo, and do you know how many tattoos you have in total?
I got my first tattoo January 1991. It's a portrait of Jim Morrison on my left shoulder. As far as how many tattoos I have one. It starts at my neck and goes all the way to my feet.
Yeah.
That was my next question. I was going to ask you,
all right.
like, once two tattoos touch, do they become one tattoo? That was going to be my next question.
That's what I always tell people. I have one.
Yeah.
Did you ever read The Illustrated Man? Ray Bradbury's The Illustrated Man?
Yep.
Yeah. Was that an inspiration for this? Was that what you always wanted to do? I mean, was this like in the plans when you were a kid? I want to get my entire body tattooed.
I don't know when it came about that I decided I wanted to do that. I'm friends with a lot of tattoo artists, and I ended up getting a really good deal on a bodysuit, and I just went for it. I was making really good money at that time, and I prepaid, and after that, it was just going in and getting tattooed.
How much do you think you got invested in your body art?
Oh, man. I would say hundreds of hours, maybe even thousands of hours. I don't know. I wish I would have kept track, honestly.
How about dollars?
I couldn't even tell you.
All right.
Did they sign the tattoos? I mean, once you're dead, will your body be famous?
That's where I was going with this. Like, you're making an NFT out of yourself after you're dead. Get yourself stuffed and put.
I would like to donate my skin to a museum. I'd let them skin me.
Yeah, I'll skin you. I was thinking more of just like stuffing you, like taxidermy. The naked tattoo guy just sitting in a glass thing as people walk by.
Prop me up beside the jukebox, right?
I love that joke, didn't he?
Yeah. As you were getting this done, as you were getting the work done, because it was over a period of time, did you get tattoo artists who saying, "Who did this one? This one is, I could have done it better," or any of that kind of stuff, like tattoo artists bashing other tattoo artists' work?
Not really, because I've got phenomenal work on me. Anybody that's seen me, I've got huge horror portraits and a picture of a kiss on my back, and like I'm very colorful.
Beautiful.
Are tattoo artists protective of their work? Like regular artists want to sign it and make sure it's authenticated and all that stuff? Or Is there that kind of territorial? This is my work, and I want people to know it's my work type of thing.
Most tattoo artists don't sign their work, but
yeah.
I would think you would. I mean, if you're proud enough of it, why not? At least put your initials in it somewhere or something like that. No,
Hide something in it, you know.
yeah.
I think there's definitely like that level of respect among artists where you don't touch another artist's work. You know, like,
No, I
get
get.
cover up. That's fine, but you know, someone comes in there like, "Hey, I got this work done by a shop down the road. Will you finish it out?" 9 times out of 10, we're gonna be like, "No, sorry, you're gonna have to go back to them." You know?
Nope.
Well, that's interesting because I've talked about this a couple of times on the program. Now, we haven't had tattoo artists, but talked about it in terms of comedy and music. How, yeah, this is you're supposed to be respectful and treat other people with respect and not bash the other guy. But there's a lot of backstabbing in both comedy and music.
It's a cutthroat business.
Yeah,
it is a cutthroat business. But we don't fuck with other people's. When people come in, and it seems like a lot of times the customers want to see like feuds between shops. They're like, "Oh, I went to this place, and they suck." Like hint. Like, are you gonna like? No. Sorry, you had a bad experience. How can I help you? We don't.
Yeah.
We're not gonna play that shit.
Does everybody always know what they want when they come in, or do people come in like unsure? I want a tattoo, but I don't know what I want.
Yeah, that happens every now and again.
Yep.
We actually have a gumball machine at our shop.
They actually
you get what you get.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Will?
Yeah, I love that actually about them. He's mentioned their gumball machine thing. I think that's one of the raddest ideas I've ever seen.
Yeah,
where you can like, if you don't know what you want to get, you can literally go into their shop and get one out of this giant gumball machine. And I think, what is it, $60 or something like that? That's a rad deal.
Kind of get whatever you
I love that.
Yeah.
Or 80.
I hate to cut short, but I got to get back into work.
All right. Well,
you're gonna work for the man, Scott.
Yeah, I'm going to work for the man. I appreciate you guys having us on.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of the show, and good luck, man.
Thank you.
Rock on. See you later. Scott from Robots Rising. Now, how'd you meet him? Did you guys know him? Did you meet him in the tattoo place, or no?
Dude, so Scott used to promote my old band all the time. I was in a band called Info, but it was spelled like INFAUX, like fake information, because we were good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that a lot in Fox. Yeah, no, it's Info. You just don't know how to read. But yeah, he used to promote the shit out of our old band. I couldn't tell you how many fucking shows I did with that guy. Probably 100, maybe more, that he promoted. And I always loved him. And then, like, I played this show at this record store downtown, and he brought his buddy Buddha. And my friend David was playing bass for me at the time. And he told Buddha, this was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. He was like, I want to sing for that band. And then here we are, you know. He joined a year later.
That's an unusual story. You don't see people go from the business side of it. It usually works the other way around. You've been in the band for 20 years or so. Now you're just sick of all that, and you don't want to go and make some money and go into the promotional end of it. That's a reverse.
Band for it. He was like, I want to fucking sing for Robots Rising. That's my shit. I was like, yeah.
Very cool.
I'm not glued to a microphone anymore.
So he was a fan before he was part of the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's very cool.
It was awesome, man.
He's living the life of Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Now, in terms of the business end, tonight there's a show. What is it? Corning? What is Corner? Is that the name of it?
Corner.
Corner. Are you Corner? Yeah. All right. You guys, when you're booking these people and putting them in the studio, do you know them beforehand, or they just do you know this band in particular that's going to be there tonight, or a performer who's going to be there tonight, or do they?
It's a comedian tonight. It's a comedy show.
Oh, a comedian.
Yeah, Kerner's a comic. I do know Kerner. He's done a few of our open mics. He's done a few of our shows. Like I said before, though, we have another local comic here. His name is Dylan. He kind of does a lot of like the promotional side of things, and he's been working with me since I think October or so. So I kind of trust his judgment, you know, when it comes to like setting up shows. I feel like I'm fairly familiar with a lot of the local comics now, but anytime we have like a touring act or anything like that, like, you know, Dylan's got a pretty good judge of character, so I kind of trust whoever he decides to bring through. And typically, they will come in like the day before and kind of check out the space, you know, meet us, you know, hang out for a little bit. And I've loved everyone so far. There hasn't been anyone yet that I'm like, oh, it's a good night crowd. Yeah.
It seems like
they've even had Nick Dinsmore, who was formerly Eugene of WWE. He does comedy now, and they had him at a show at Black Flag, which was super cool. I was there that night. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had a couple comics from Toronto, Canada, and Seattle, and Montana. You know, we get a few like national touring acts every now and again.
it seems like a very eclectic type of vibe that's going on in Sioux Falls. I don't know. It's not what I would expect. Put it that way.
That's what we
Right.
man.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. But on the comedy front, how often do you have comedy at the venue?
I would say, so we do open mics every week. We do open mics every Wednesday, and that's usually comedy. I think every now and again we'll have like music or something, but 9 times out of 10 it's local comics kind of coming down and trying out new stuff.
How much of the traffic on that open mic night is coming from the Mexican bar down the strip mall?
Not as much as you would think, man. As soon as we start doing stuff, I was like, oh, I bet they're gonna start popping over here, but not really. We've had like during music shows, we've had them pop in every now and again, but I don't think they really know what to make of it, so they don't really stick around for too long. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I just think alcohol makes everybody think they deserve a microphone, right?
We do
right, exactly, yeah. Absolutely.
Sam, remember that time when we went in after we went to the bar and we went to go practice and we fogged the room out and that fucking guy just walked in?
Oh yeah,
Sat down and we had no idea he was there.
Yeah, we have a fog machine that we use when we play. And we had just bought it, and we're like, fuck it, dude, let's see how strong this thing is. And we fogged the room out, like it was cloudy.
Wow.
All of a sudden, like, we got done playing one of our songs,
Didn't even
and we
know
just started
someone
laughing.
did. That's
Like, one of
fucking
the couches. And I, like, walk over, and there's just some random, like,
Who the fuck are you?
he's like, that was pretty good,
Who is
man.
in here?
Who the fuck are
Who
you?
goes
It's like I
there?
heard music and I just came in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just chilling. Yeah, he's like,
Fucking
I'm
great.
just playing music
Oh,
on it. Yeah.
God.
I'm like, all right.
There was a original venue in New York City in the 80s and 90s. It's somewhere around 87 I was playing there, and a band came in, and they had their own fog machine, and you weren't supposed to bring a fog machine. That was prohibited. But they turned it on, and the venue got pissed off. The manager came, and he's yelling at the guy, and the place is getting full of smoke. They smoked it out so bad that the place got robbed while they were arguing over it.
No way.
Yeah, got held up and robbed by armed robbery.
We gotta say goodbye to
Yeah, goes. I know they're in the queue to go.